Oi. Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Yeah, can't see the. Hold on. This thing's not even turned right. There we go. Welcome back to Wildcard Weekend, where we are now covering Journey to the Center of the Earth, starring Brendan Fraser as Trevor, a guy who has a dream about his dead brother. Then eventually ends up going on a journey with his nephew to the center of the Earth. What do you know? But yeah, um, I feel like this one is the lesser of the two movies that they have. Yeah, two. There's supposed to be three, but we'll get to that. Before I start, this is probably going to be the last one I do today. I'm tired, as you can tell. Even though I'm drinking this to stay awake, I don't know how much longer it was lasting. I don't know if I can stay awake to watch another movie tonight. I said I was going to try to do two. I got one. I'm going to try to bust out a bunch tomorrow. 5 if I'm going to reach 13. We shall see. And how early I wake up and how much I can get done for a certain amount of time. Probably less filler stuff to watch in between, I think. But anyway, so like I said, we have Brendan Fraser as Trevor, who has a dream of his dead brother running from that was a T-Rex, but I guess it's a Carnotaur. I don't know. Very bad CGI. Look, something I noticed during a lot of the scenes where a lot of CGI is being used, it looks weird. This movie was shot in 3D. It was originally entitled Journey to the Center of the Earth 3D. So, yeah, so it looks off some of the times when you get the CGI stuff going on. It just looks off. It's a 2D version I'm watching, but it feels off. I mean, I went to see Captain America: The Winter Soldier in 3D. That wasn't shot in 3D, and 3D didn't really add anything. But this was, I don't know, it doesn't look. This looks off. So, Trevor is in trouble of losing his job. Seth Meyers cameo, yes, basically fires him from his job. So, then there is Sean, his nephew, who is struggling with the loss of his dad, and then he is to spend a week or a weekend with his uncle, and this is when they find the mom who is recast for the sequel. It gives Trevor a box of stuff, and inside is a book, Journey to the Center of the Earth, where he finds little notes that leads him to Iceland, where we meet Hannah, who's our third main character here, and they eventually find a secret passageway to the center of the Earth. Yes, where you have giant Venus flytraps. Everything is in CGI and everything looks off. Giant Venus flytraps and the dinosaur again. And the dead body of the dad. Rest in peace. But yeah, it looks okay. This was 2008, so it's still, this was, you know, I think what the budget was. It still looks kind of, excuse me, kind of off. Maybe it's the 3D stuff. I don't know. But, you know, when you have like a. So, compare this to horror movies that were meant for 3D, like Final Destination 4 and 5, right? The Final Destination, 5, whatever. There's something off about when they do 3D effects, but it's not complete CGI. Like, I think what they did is what they do with Star Wars or the Marvel movies, where they're in just a place where everything is like a blue room and they add stuff. But with the 3D effect, it's off. Like I said, the Marvel movies were not shot for 3D. So they don't look as off as they do here. It's a little bit off. But I can talk about the characters for a minute. I like Brendan Fraser. I think he's an underrated actor. I'm glad he finally got his, was it an Oscar for the whale? I think it was an Oscar. But he got some recognition. But Sad I wasn't able to see him as a villain in Batgirl, although didn't really care for what they were doing with that movie. Because, like, Michael Keaton was going to come back, was going to change this whole thing, right? And he was going to be in this whole new universe they were going to make. And instead of making the movie that everyone wanted, which was Batman Beyond, they said, nah, we're going to be woke and cast and do Batgirl with an actress that will not match this universe's uh, Commissioner Gordon. Yeah, they cast, I don't know if she's African American or Hispanic. I think she was Hispanic. I think. A Hispanic Batgirl for a white as hell J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. Now, of course, you can say his wife was Hispanic. Sure, that saves you. But then she would be mixed race, right? Well, sometimes they say that some genes can pop out, I guess. You know, I guess. But isn't it, and I'm not an expert in genetics, but isn't the male dominant gene the one that pushes through? Right? That's why a lot of white women who have children with black men, they turn out mostly dark skinned, right? I'm assuming. I'm not, like I said, I'm no genetic master or anything. I'm no scientist, but I play one on TV. But you know, I'm just saying. Where did I even get that from? Oh, Brendan Fraser, right? I think he's really good in this. There was one line that he's yelling when they're in the ocean or the fake ocean, and the kid gets thrown away, and he goes, "Sean, hold on," like that, and I got vibes of, "Hey Benny, looks like we're on the wrong side of the river." I don't know. I just kind of got that kind of thing, but yeah, they're eventually on this boat with these weird CGI sea monsters, and they're like she's holding on to this so they can steer, I guess, and one part starts to break, so Sean grabs onto both parts and then gets whisked away like it's a kite and gets separated and follows this little blue bird thing to fresh water. Eventually he meets up with them again. That's when I see the dinosaur again. The dinosaur looks terrible. When I watched it before, I thought it looked fine, but I've only watched this once before. I've seen the second one more than this one, but it looks terrible. I'm sorry. Again, when I first watched it, though, I had the DVD. And I think it might have been a TV version, but I had the DVD when I first watched it. I'm watching it on Blu-ray for the first time here. Yowza. Let me just say that. But yeah, it looks terrible. Sorry. So when they first start to go down in this thing, they find that they're in like a volcanic tube. But of course, it can't just be, they find diamonds and rubies and emeralds and stuff. And whatever he said earlier. But the ground they're walking on is very crackable, I guess. Why it didn't crack right away, I don't know. But they fall through, and that's when they land in the center of the earth. This was before the whole ocean thing. I wanted to kind of point that out. I didn't tell you how they got there. And that leads to another volcano. They have to try to get out. And they get stuck. And it's going to erupt, and it's going to kill them. So they have to find a way to get up. So Trevor comes up with the idea to take the flares and hit it on the phosphate or whatever it is. Magnesium. Although what he's trying to do is too wet. He has only three flares. First one doesn't work. So he tries to go in lower, doesn't work. So he has to wrap the rope around him and go down and try to find it. He eventually does. Pops them out, and they end up in Italy and Mount Vesuvius. And I love this guy. He's yelling them in Italian. Whatever. And they're like, Turns out Sean grabs some of the diamonds and is like, here, you take this, and he's okay, or something. And then the guy starts speaking, and he goes, oh, it's okay. You want to go slide again? Go ahead. And it's like, it's kind of funny. And then, of course, because love interest thing, they kiss. Which, yeah. Yeah, they do have a steady love interest thing between Trevor and Hannah, which is the character. Her dad was a Vernian, which is the terms for the secret society, because somebody saw National Treasure and said, hey, let's do our own version of that, but with Jules Verne books. In this universe, the Jules Verne books exist. So it's not a verbatim, you know, retelling of the book. You want that? Watch like the 70 other versions that they made. There's like an old 60s version and a bunch that were made in the 2000s. Direct to TV, just stuff that I've seen in like multiple packs with other movies. In fact, I think when I got the Neverending Story 3, one of the movies in there was A Journey to the Center of the... I don't know, I don't have those anymore, but I just have the... Whatever is paired with... I think it's A Wrinkle in Time is the one that's on the other side of Neverending Story 3, I think. I'm gonna look, hold on. Of course it has to be down here. So yeah, you've already seen this. This is just 1 and 2, but I have this disc here, so what is it? Yeah, Neverending Story 3, A Wrinkle in Time. I have like this because this is how you watch Neverending Story 3, apparently. So anyways, yeah, we're talking about Vernian. So she's the daughter of a Vernian, and I guess she believes in this stuff, and they eventually find, all that stuff. And then she's his love interest, he's her love interest. Blah blah, smoochy smooch. And then at the end, he returns back to the college and tells his colleague, hey, we're going to have jobs because me and Hannah, we're starting this whole new business together. And he basically tells off Seth Meyers, another cameo at the end here. And yeah, and then we say goodbye to Sean. First I thought that was his mom. His mom's played by an actress here, but no, this was Hannah. And it's revealed that he brought the bird back, but also Trevor says, hey, next time, why don't you stay for 2 weeks? 2 weeks? Yeah, and here, read this book. Your dad's. It talks about Atlantis, which leads us to the mysterious island. It connects that. Yeah, they're trying to connect different Jules Verne books. And he has that little bird and it flies away. So now this... By the way, that's not how that would work. See, under the earth has a different kind of atmosphere. It's lower, therefore the atmosphere would be different. Them falling down there, Dave would have a hard time breathing, but also the bird being from down there and now coming up here would also have a bit of a hard time breathing. Just saying. But no, it just kind of flies away. I don't know if it's on the next one or not, but it's kind of where the movie ends. Let's talk about Josh Hutcherson. I haven't really talked about him. Well, the actress that plays Hannah is really kind of... She's okay. She's love interest number 9. She gets a few things to do, but Sean, okay? Josh Hutcherson. This was shortly after Zathura, which is where he kind of made his debut type situation. Before the Hunger Games, I think Journey to the Mysterious Island and Hunger Games came out the same year, I think. So, yeah. So, I think Hutcherson does a decent job. He's playing cranky kid who lost his dad. It's one of the stereotype types of movies, Oh, he lost one parent and now he's cranky today. And, yeah. But he does a good job at it. But they don't dwell too long on that with him because they find that box. And it's not like, he doesn't want to be there, but then things lead to another. And, yeah, he ends up going with them hesitantly because Trevor doesn't want to take him with, but he has to because spend time with him. So, no, I didn't look it up, but I'd like to know why Brendan Fraser is not in the next one. Because they set it up like he's going to come back, but doesn't. He's just in this one. I know they give a reason why the characters aren't there. But I need to know more about why the actors aren't there. But I guess I will see when I look that up. But yeah, I would say this is. I'll give it a pretty good. I think it's good. Um, yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Journey to the Center of the Earth? In the comments, make sure like, share, and subscribe. Specifically, this Brendan Fraser one, because I know there's a million other ones out there. But so, what movie will I be doing first thing in the morning? We shall see. Okay, again, I'm going to try to read it. It's upside down. W-O... Wonka! Wonka. Yes. But I put it away. I put it away over here. Of course, I tried to put it away, and then I pull it out. This actually works out pretty well because I did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for birth month. I did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for the Remake-a-thon, and now I get to do this. Yeah, so it's coming full circle now. We'll do that 116 minutes. That's not bad. I'm not going to watch it now, though. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm a little tired. So, I don't think I'm going to bed yet. I'm just going to sleep yet, but I'm just tired. So, thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's try this one again. This thing is being... Maybe I need to charge it. Let's see.